The Florida legislature, basically the House of Representatives, passed a bill last summer to allow for oil drilling between 3 and 10 miles offshore. The good news is we have about the rest of this year and possibly the early part of next year in order to do everything we can to stop this legislation. That means calling our legislators, that means getting involved, helping with Hands Across the Sand, helping to create the largest network of Floridians united against oil drilling in our waters. There's so much at stake here. We've got to do what we can to stop this. I've been fortunate to live on the Gulf Coast since 1971. I went to college here. I eventually opened a business here. I've been here for 24 years. Also, I've been a surfer. And I, like all of the people who live along this Gulf Coast, have had the opportunity to enjoy the beauty that's behind me. And it's something that we have to leave for the rest of our future generations. Florida's coastal legacy is clean water, clean beaches, and sunshine. We have to do everything we can to protect this. This is tantamount to drilling in the Yellowstone National Park. And for us to allow something like that to happen, it would be a tragedy for our children and our grandchildren. I came up with the idea for Hands Across the Sand on October 1st. I hosted a meet and greet for a friend of mine, David Pleat, who's running for District 7 House of Representatives. David gave a very impassioned speech about the dangers of oil drilling and the details of this oil bill that they passed back last summer. In an instant, I got this idea inspired by his call to action for us to write our legislators. You know, he said, we need to do something. Well, this is the something that I thought that we needed to do, draw a line in the sand. And to draw a line in the sand with human beings, the actual people who believe that we need to protect this coastline, was this flash of an idea. I looked at my wife and I said, I know what we can do. And it only took 3.5 months for us to galvanize thousands of people to join hands on the beaches in Florida. Hands Across the Sand occurred on February 13th, 2010. All across Florida, we had 80 beaches organized from Jacksonville down to Miami and from Key West all the way up to Pensacola. We had thousands of people on the beaches on this day joining hands against oil drilling, and it was really an amazing event in that, well, after all, how hard is it to get people to go to the beach? And secondly, it's not too hard to get folks to join hands against oil drilling. They gathered on the beaches, and then at 12:30 they joined hands for 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes was to signify the 3 to 10 miles offshore that they're planning on drilling offshore. So it was really an amazing, fun event. We had lots of excitement. After all, going to the beach in Florida is very easy to do and a lot of fun. And frankly, I can't wait until we have to do it again. And I'm certain we'll be able to do it again because this legislation is not going away. I know they're going to continue to try this. People can stay involved in this issue, first off, by going to handsacrossthesand.org. Our network is going to grow. We're going to do this again because this issue is not going away. They're likely going to vote on this near the end of the season or early next year. So that's one thing they can do. And the next thing they can do is write their legislators. This is probably the most important issue affecting Florida's tourism industry, its coastline, and its waterways. And this is something we've got to stay involved in. It's something we have got to do everything we can to protect what I have behind me.